My boyfriend and his first love were arrested for hooking up in a public park. Never for me. Every missed anniversary, every forgotten Valentine's Day, every late-night business trip was a lie. Spent traveling to see Serafina, and I'd been the foolish girlfriend who believed every excuse, convinced he was simply overworked. A sharp, dull ache spread through my chest, heavy and lingering, but I couldn't cry. All those tiny, unsettling moments I'd ignored finally made perfect sense. It was never that he lacked time, he just never prioritized me. Sterling came home well after midnight. I woke the second his cold body pressed against mine in bed. The strong stench of intimacy mixed with unfamiliar women's perfume clung to him, turning my stomach. I grabbed his wandering hand. "I have a fever," I said coldly. His hand froze briefly before he pulled it back, his tone thick with impatience. "You're such a buzzkill." In the past, whenever I was upset, he'd use physical affection to smooth things over. But now, all I felt was pure disgust. He said nothing else, rolled over with his back to me, and tugged most of the blanket over his own body. A cold draft swept over my feverish skin, making me shiver even more. In the darkness, his phone screen flickered on and off, accompanied by quiet, suppressed giggles. I closed my eyes and pretended to be asleep. Only 3 more days. In 3 days, I would finally escape this place. When I woke the next morning, Sterling was surprisingly in the kitchen making breakfast. For 6 years, even when I suffered from a painful stomach ulcer and begged him for a simple bowl of porridge, he'd complain that takeout solved everything and refused to lift a finger. I scooped a bowl of porridge emotionlessly and took a sip. It looked exactly like the porridge Serafina had posted on her social media a few days prior. Now, I was only worthy of his leftover kindness. He glanced at me casually. "We should go take our engagement photos tomorrow." We'd scheduled this shoot countless times, and he'd always canceled last minute, claiming he was too busy. His sudden change of heart was nothing but guilty consolation after his betrayal. I stayed silent and kept eating. He looked faintly annoyed but didn't push the topic. Instead, he pulled all the side dishes to his side and ate greedily. When I reached for more porridge, he slapped my hand away harshly. "1 bowl is enough for you. I made this for Serafina. She caught a cold from the rain last night." I looked at him with a faint, bitter smile. He suddenly remembered I was also running a fever and added awkwardly, "Fine, you can have half a bowl." My appetite vanished completely. I pushed my bowl aside. "No, thank you. I'm full," he grumbled irritably. "I offered you food. Why are you being so dramatic?" I lowered my head and washed the dishes in total silence. This porridge was never meant for me. How foolish I'd been to hold on to even a sliver of hope. After he left for work, I continued clearing out the apartment and threw away all my personal belongings. There wasn't much to keep, mostly couple trinkets I'd bought with love, like our matching mugs that he'd never once used. Sterling came home that evening to find the apartment looking sparse and empty. He glanced around the living room in confusion. "Did you throw some things away?" "Just cleaned out some useless junk," I replied vaguely. He didn't care enough to ask questions, flopped onto the sofa and buried himself in his phone. I said nothing and headed for the bedroom. I only wanted to get through these final few days in peace, then leave for good. Just as I reached the door, he called out to me, "It's better if you don't come to my parents' house for Christmas this year. Just buy some gifts and I'll take them over for you." I turned to face him. His eyes darted away, unable to meet my gaze. I knew it was a lie, most likely because of Serafina. "Okay," I agreed without a single argument. He was shocked by how easily I gave in. In previous years, I'd always begged to spend holidays with his family, only to end up alone and heartbroken every time. His tone softened, almost pleading. "We'll get married right after New Year. You can meet my parents then. When are you heading home?" "Christmas Eve," I hummed quietly in response. Perfect. That was the exact day I planned to leave too. My phone lit up with a new notification, Serafina's latest social media post. The photo showed her and